Hey guys, in this video I will show you how you can paint over your 3D renders in Photoshop so they would look more professional. This is before and after. Before and after. These simple composite tips would shape your renders to be more professional looking. It doesn't matter what 3D app you use for rendering your models. I used Blender to render this. Now let's begin. The very first thing I do after importing an image is to make a duplicate. Select the layer and hit Ctrl J. Right click on the layer and turn it to the smart object. Because we will use filters on it, and after turning it to a smart layer, we can disable and enable the filters or even edit them. I always turn layers to smart objects for this task. Now the very first thing I do, and which is also a backbone of every render I composite, is using Camera Raw filter. It is a game-changing plugin in Photoshop for 3D artists like us. Go to filter and click Camera Raw filter. Now just increase these parameters one by one and just slightly, don't overdo it. There is no hardcore rule that one parameter must be set to exact number. Each render has different colors and saturation. This is why every render would be affected differently. So what I do is just play with the settings until it starts to pop up. Look at the difference. This is with Camera Raw filter and this is without a Camera Raw filter. Without. Look how the Camera Raw filter pops out every color. It enhanced and made every color very bright and with contrast. It helped pop out the colors more. This is why I love Camera Raw filter and I apply it on all of my renders before proceeding to other steps. The second step I do is add a multiply layer and paint over the ambient occlusion where it needs to be. I will show you. Create a new layer and change the layer mode to multiply. I will rename it to M. Always name your layers. It will help you remember when there are a lot of layers. I will select the soft brush and turn the opacity to 90% and flow to 90% as well, and turn on the pressure sensitivity of the opacity. Hold Alt, pick up the existing color and just start painting the crevices where you want to add the ambient occlusion or the shadows. Raw 3D renders often skip some parts due to meshes not placed properly, but this can be an easy fix in Photoshop or any other image editing app. Multiply mode will use the existing color and multiply with the color on the canvas, making always dark strokes no matter what color you choose. Now create a new layer, rename it to S and change the blending mode to screen. Screen blending mode is opposite to what multiply mode does. It makes the vibrant color of the existing color selected, making it easy to paint the very bright areas. It is helpful to add any spots you want to add, including the highlights. After you are done with the edits, the next step would be to merge the layers. Right click on the layer and select Merge Visible. It will merge all the layers which are visible. Now look at the comparison between the original render and the edited one. Look how enhanced it made the picture. It just took me a few minutes to create this drastic improvement over the original image. We are pretty much done here. Additionally, you can tweak the image more using the curves. Again, same procedure, right click and convert it into a smart object. Go to Image, Adjustments and select Curves. Now gently just play with the curves until you like the results. With curves, you can control the bright and dark areas of the image. Now the final step I do is using the blur. Sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. It depends on the subject in the render. In this case, I will use it lightly. Go to Blur, Blur Gallery and I will use the Iris Blur preset and adjust it accordingly. I will turn down the intensity to very low. We have to add blur just slightly. It's not that we have a lot of background stuff in the bag. If we have it, we would have to turn the blur a little higher than that. After you are done, just click OK. Now testing it again. This is before, after, before and after. You can see how using the few techniques I change the complete look over of the render. By look over, I mean how it enhances the existing colors. The image has more appeal compared to the original raw render. I highly recommend you apply this technique on all of your renders. The settings and adjustment which I did is subjective to every render because each render will have different colors and lighting. So feel free to do your own experiments with this technique. And guys, this is it. I hope you liked the video. Feel free to comment and share your requests anytime. Any specific topic you want me to cover on the next video, or have comments on how I can improve the quality more on this channel. Just feel free to express your comments on anything. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Until next time, I will see you in the next video.